Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to xSix YouTube channel. My name is xSixLaser, and I'm bringing you guys a PvT on Xel'Naga Caverns. Now, this is going to be between xSix's own Shadow and mouzThorZaiN. Shadow is spawning at the bottom position as the red Protoss, and ThorZaiN at the top position as the blue Terran. This game was played at MLG Columbus. It was in the open bracket, I do believe, and I believe it was even played on the main stage. So, congratulations to Shadow for getting up on the main stage for xSix. So, we're going to get a little bit of PvT action. Obviously, this is two teams we got going on here. And before we get everything underway, let's talk about me, because I'm sure no one knows who I am. So my name is Laser. I was officially brought on to xSix team as a caster, so I'll be giving you guys hopefully a whole bunch of odds over here at the YouTube channel. So please do subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Do follow us on Justin TV as well, because I will be doing a lot of the casting there with my partner Hurex, or anyone else that xSix does bring along to do some casting with at the Justin TV channel. And with that, let's get the game underway. Now that we're not just mining minerals, ThorZaiN is going to drop his first barracks over here at 12, standard opening pretty much. Shadow going to do the same thing, get his gateway over here. Shadow is going to scout first with this probe, so let's follow it on its little journey across the map, since there's really not much else to show in the first couple minutes of the game. Up in the production tab, we do see guys are going down for both players while we follow this probe across the map. I'm going to go up that ramp by that MLG supply depot, because this is MLG Xel'Naga Caverns. Of course, this was played at MLG. So here we go, probe doing just a little bit of harassment. Going to harass this SCV a bit. Shadow telling everyone to go to screplay.com, sc-replay, before anyone goes to some crazy website for some Trojan because they forgot the dash. So let's get that out of the way. And ThorZaiN going to scout up here behind the bushes, make sure that that probe didn't drop the pylon for some type of cheesy 2-gate push or something like that. Just going to check. Shadow going to hide his probe in the back of the base over here and sees that orbital going up again. Just all standard stuff from both players over here in the first 3 minutes of the game. ThorZaiN going to run past that Xel'Naga tower, keep going by. He's going to see that we do have a cybernetics core going down for Shadow. Shadow opting to get that second assimilator pretty quick. He got it on about, I'd say, I guess maybe even 16. He did lose the probe up here in the top of the map, so he's going to see the orbital. He did see the barracks. Barracks is getting a add-on. He's getting a reactor on that, and he has a second barracks going down over here, which is just over 50% of the way done, just about 75 now. ThorZaiN getting a full-in scout. He sees, okay, well, we got one gateway. We got the cybernetics core. He does have 2 gas pretty early, so he's thinking, you know, probably some type of tech build, maybe some type of 3-gate expand, something like that. It's really early to get a second gas with Protoss. Anything before 22, really. Even 20 is kind of pushing it. So if you get it really early, you either expect some type of Stargate play, some type of real tech-heavy, or 3-gate expand with Sentry-heavy army. So ThorZaiN going to just keep walking his SCV over around to all these spots, and Shadow is going to bring a probe and a stalker over here up to this side of the map to hopefully put some pressure on ThorZaiN is what he's thinking. So up here we might see a proxy pylon, something like that. Let's see what he does. Just going to kind of hang out. Just going to poke in. See the 3 Marines, shoot one, back up, probe. Oh, trying to sneak the probe in to get some scouting, but it's been denied by those 3 Marines. And he's just going to keep this stalker out here. Just, is he moving it? Where is he going? Oh, nope, he's going to take it back to his base. He said, I saw 3 Marines, now there's 5, and a Marauder. The Marauder is getting slow. We do have the slow upgrade going up for the Marauder. Just over 60% of the way done. Stalker over here at the tower, just checking out some vision. Oh, he sees that Marauder and those Marines, and he is booking home. He's like, I gotta get home and tell everyone what's there. And ThorZaiN does have an SCV in the main of Shadow, and he is seeing everything, and he does see the other 3 gateways, and he already saw 1 sentry, so he must be thinking, uh-oh, you know, this is a 3-gate expand build. We only have sentry-heavy army right now. Warp gate's almost done, just about like 99%. So we're going to have the warp gates finished just in time. Here he comes with that Marauder and those Marines. The slow is done, and we're going to have some force field action here. 1 force field taking out 2 Marines. Not too bad. Let's see what ThorZaiN wants to do, because you know, once you do that sentry build, you can't really peek up the ramp there. You're just going to constantly get force fielded and lose your bio, and he knows that. ThorZaiN knows that that is what's going to happen if he stays there. So he's going to back up. He's going to send his Marauders and Marines back home, even the ones that he had rallied. Turn him around, and he's going to opt to expand. So he's got a command center that he's actually building in the natural. Didn't build it in his main, usually over here or something, and upgrade it and then float it. Nope, he built it right in the natural. Built 2 bunkers there for defense, and Shadow drops his natural and sets his bunker on fire over here, or his supply depot, sorry, not a bunker. And so 50% of the way done on the natural for our Protoss player, and I'd say 80% of the way done for the Terran. Do have a proxy pylon placement for Shadow right here in the gold mineral line. And he's going to take this tower, make sure there's no Marines, Marauders anywhere in this general area around this tower, and he's just going to go back, make sure that that pylon gets established, and hope to do some pressure. He does have a lot of sentries, so he's going to have a lot of force fields to play with. Let's see how he uses them, hopefully very well and to his advantage. 3 Zealots, 2 Stalkers, 7 Sentries against a bunker and some bio. 2 bunkers, good force fields. Not going to get any repairs on that bunker. 1 bunker does go down. SCVs coming to attack the sentries. Great force fields, blocking off, I'd say, about 75% of that bio army and that secondary bunker from doing anything. Loses a decent chunk of the SCVs. Good job for Shadow. ThorZaiN is sending a SCV to finish scouting what's going on in the main. He's still just 3 gateways and an expansion, just now transferring those probes over to that line. Let's get back up to the top and see if there's any more action coming. Rebuilding that second bunker that was destroyed for ThorZaiN. Just kind of poking right here, going for that SCV. Good force fields, blocking out, I'd say about this time 50% of that army. They're going to have to swing around. They are swinging around. Good force fields at the top between the assimilator and that bunker, using that unconstructed bunker as a force field in itself. Very good damage for Shadow right here, taking out a good chunk of the Marines and the SCVs. 3 Marauders left, 4 Marauders. Here come another Marauder and 2 Marines. Both these bunkers, one of them incomplete, the other one not loaded up, so basically completely useless. Great job on Shadow's part. 2 more force fields taking out 2 Marauders. Great play from our Protoss player. And he's going to back up now. He's going to just keep doing damage, back up, reestablish his army, and go back in. ThorZaiN just trying to keep his natural secure. Doesn't want to lose this because he knows that the Protoss player opened with a expansion build, so he knows he will be behind in the macro side of the game. Loads that bunker up. Shadow just poking, just doing damage with those Stalkers, not sending his Zealots in to die or anything like that, just poking in, keeping the pressure on ThorZaiN while he plays the macro side of this game. That bunker was cancelled. This bunker's still not loaded up. Shadow just doing some damage to this command center over here and basically keeping ThorZaiN contained while he macros up at home. Good force fields. He's going to get 2 Marauders at least and an SCV. He's going to get 3 more SCVs. Really good damage for Shadow. Great use of force fields. He's not overcommitting. He's not going in to try to take out that bunker, try to take out the whole bio army or anything like that. He just wants to deny this expansion, which he has succeeded in doing. Now that that expansion is in the air and floating, you can see Shadow backing up, warped in 4 more Zealots. He's not trying to overcommit, anything like that, which is just great play. If you ever, you need to know when to back up, not overcommit, anything like that. Good force field. He uses that unconstructed bunker and the landed command center as 2 blockers for him, so he only needs 1 force field in there to take out those Marines. Command center is lifted again and floating now above the bio army. Have to see if he drops it back in the natural or decides to land it in the main right now, just kind of hovering over his army. And while we do this, Shadow does saturate pretty well, gets his 2 other gas geysers in the natural. Let's get back up to the top. He's going to take out this bunker and this missile turret. Missile turret was there only for cloaked units, probably the observer only, just to see if he had one in the area. Command center is going to be dropped up here at the top of the ramp to basically cause a choke position and probably build more SCVs to saturate the main to see what he does with it. And then Shadow just got his whole army out here containing the Protoss player. Now if we go take a look in his base, he has the 2 geysers, he has a decently saturated second expansion, or first expansion, natural expansion, whatever you guys want to call it. We do have in the main a forge researching armor. He does have 5 gateways. He has a robo bay now going up. So all in all, pretty good. He is researching hallucination. And I think we had a medevac come out. Yep, ThorZaiN has a medevac, so we'll have to see what he does with that. If he's going to use it, he's loading it up. So is he going to elevator them down, or is he going to go for the drop? Let's click on that medevac, see where it's going. He's probably going for a drop based on the route it's taking. He didn't just bring them over here to elevator them down. So let's see what's going on. Taking out that Zealot that comes up there for scouting information. Zealot's going to see, well, the command center's in the front. Hallucinated Phoenix now. That's going to do all the scouting it needs to do. Hallucinated Phoenix could actually give vision for the Stalkers to shoot up, and the Sentries. We'll have to see if he does that later, but he does just kind of send that Phoenix around just to see what's going on. Here comes a Marine to see what's at the bottom of the ramp, and it's taken down. 2 filled bunkers. So ThorZaiN does have some good contains over here. We do have a Void Ray being warped in. It's a hallucinated Void Ray, just so they can see the bottom ground. Oh, we do have a drop for ThorZaiN at the bottom. 2 Marauders, 4 Marines, and a medevac. Taking out what's going to be a pylon, probably a probe or 2, and then just keeping the probes from mining. Here come 3 Stalkers, 2 Zealots, and all the probes. Going to try to take out all these bio units and that medevac. Taking out, is he going to get the Marauder? Oh no. He's going to get 1 Marauder. He does get the Marines. Here come the probes, help do a little damage. So the bio units from the drop are slightly effective. They do take out 1 pylon. They do stop mining for a little bit, and they take out a couple probes. Do get 2 Zealots and a Stalker. We do have Colossus on the way for Shadow, and the Thermal Lance upgrade is being researched as well. So all in all, pretty good. Let's go check out the upgrades. We do have +1 armor for the Protoss units, and he is getting +1 to attacks. So getting upgrades, taking a 3rd over here. So all in all, just really going to end up being way ahead because of his contain and his macro. Never like overcommitted or went in with something crazy to try to win. Just kept ThorZaiN contained and macroed up heavy. He even left his base after he established that 3rd base and coming back to take out the rocks. ThorZaiN saw that he could get out the base. This kind of seems like almost a need-to-win fight for ThorZaiN because he is just behind on the income side of it. We do have hallucinated Colossus, hallucinated Immortals, and a real Colossus. And unless ThorZaiN scans, he's not going to know which one is real. Good force field, blocking out some of the bio units, keeping them in a real good area so that the Zealots can get to them. Very good force field. And actually, these bio units are hitting everything but the real Colossus. They do have a hallucinated Colossus down into the red, and the other one has no shields. And the only real one on the field is fully charged up. And Shadow pretty much annihilating that army. Only 2 Marauders and a Marine left, and not much else for ThorZaiN. Food count 113 to 52, and that's a good game from ThorZaiN.